all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness. They turn on me, but now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am, this is who I am now. No matter what they say, this is who I am, this is who I am now. They think that I have lost my mind, that I'm not being true, but they don't have a clue. 'Cause this is me when I cut out all the shallowness and everything I suppress to fit in a small frame. But I won't play your game anymore, so I had to change. Yeah, I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness. They turn on me, but now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am, this is who I am now. No matter what they say, this is who I am, this is who I am now. I'm gonna let them talk, but I ain't following nobody else. How can I be resentful when I finally respect myself? I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness. They turn on me, but now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am, this is who I am now. No matter what they say, this is who I am, this is who I am now.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Better Man Show. And I'm BK, where I share my journey on my journey to becoming a better person. So, welcome, welcome. If you're new here, I'm BK. Feel free to follow me, add me as a friend wherever I'm popping up for you, because I am actually streaming to a few platforms. And if we are not friends, then don't be a stranger, right? I'm happy to have a new friend for you if you do that right now. So today is day number 48 of a 100-day challenge. Exactly 48 days ago, I started what many of my friends told me to my face was a crazy idea. I wanted to do a 100-day live stream challenge. The motivation behind that was truly for personal discipline. And I must say that it has been fun. So this is, lo and behold, we are on day 48, right? Almost at the halfway mark. And today's show, I'm going to talk about some random topics, because today I went for my favorite seafood dish, which was crab, because it was a farewell lunch for a friend of mine, a good friend of mine who's now leaving KL and going back to Singapore, right? So I'm just going to talk about that a bit. But for this, just to let everyone know a bit of background, if you're watching this for the first time, go and check out Andy Frisella. and then just Google for something called 75 Hard, because that's actually where I got the inspiration to do this, right? So this is inspired by that. Now, of course, his challenge is way more difficult. This is slightly easier in a way because, I'm not exactly doing his challenge, right? Because there are some reasons why I'm not doing it, but so it's inspired me to come up with something on my own, and that's why I'm doing this 100-day live stream challenge. So it's been fun, the journey. I'm learning a lot of things along the way, right? So thank you for joining me, whether live or watching a replay. Do drop a comment and let me know where you are actually watching me from, because while this show is about documenting my journey into becoming a better person, I also kind of have some tech segments, right? For example, like right now, those of you who have watched a few episodes of the show, have actually moved to another platform called Ecamm Live, right? And I'm testing and putting it through the paces. So far, I'm very, very happy with it. It's working amazingly well. You know, all these things that you see now, it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't something like Ecamm Live, right? Uh, and but I kind of broke it yesterday. So one of my friends was asking, "Hey, did something happen to your show yesterday? Because I was trying to watch till the end, but I couldn't manage to." Yeah, so those of you who kind of watched some of my show yesterday, I did break it. So I think somewhere in the middle, it kind of just got disconnected, and I couldn't start it again because I was pushing it a bit too hard. I was trying to do a lot of things with it now. So Ecamm Live is very, very powerful, but it also can be a little bit resource heavy. So you do need a slightly more higher end computer, preferably a desktop computer with enough RAM and a fast internet to do it. So I do have fast internet, which is more than enough for this. But mine is just a MacBook Air, which is not capable enough to really put this through its paces. I have heard good news or good things about the new M1 series, the Silicon Chip Max running Ecamm Live, because they are more powerful as a device, as a machine. So currently, right now, it's not available here yet. I can't get it to test it, but if I do, I'll let you know, right? But for now, it's safe to keep Ecamm Live as a pure live stream. Anything more than that, I think I will cause it to break. So tonight, I'm not going to do anything extra like yesterday. So today, it should be fine, right? So again, feel free to kind of like drop a comment and let me know where you are watching from, so that we kind of know also which stream channels is going properly or not. I do follow up and check and see whether they are working in the other channels, but so far it's been working fine. Okay, so today I had a farewell lunch with friends, and we went for seafood, right? We went for crab. In fact, so far all the other lunches so far we have been asking my friend, because he is short term based in KL. So we always say, "Hey, what do you want to eat? What do you want to try? What do you want to try?" You know. But today, farewell lunch, he kind of said, "Hey, what you want to try?" So I kind of suggested crab, because I haven't had crab for a long time, right? So we went for crab at Kepong. I think they searched one of my other friend on the leftmost. David, you all have seen him on the show before. He has tried it before and says it's not too bad, so let's go there. So we went there for crab for this one, right? So my good friend in the middle, Ramesh, is going back to Singapore for Christmas. But he is the champion of quarantine, because he has been quarantined 3 times, right? So he really doesn't like it, but he has done it many times. So right now, going back from from KL to Singapore, you need to be quarantined again. So he's going to be quarantined for the 3rd time. But he has been using the time fruitfully. Today, I mean, we have seen him from start to now. He has gotten so fit, right? So sometimes certain things that happens to us can be good for us, because he has fully made use of the time to do a lot of exercise, eating right, and he looks so fit now, right? He looks so fit now. So we will miss him, and he's going to be back in Singapore. So I'll probably have to catch up with him in Singapore, maybe not so soon. I don't know what's going to happen. So we do not know what's going to happen, right? Hopefully it should be soon. Okay. So if you do want to connect in other ways, there's also a website here. That's another possibility. This is so you see all these little things that is like a show bugs, right? It's called a bug, right? So you can do like animations for this, right? Over here, and all these things that is going on. It's all only possible because of Ecamm Live. So as a live stream platform, it's really, really very wonderful. Okay. So chili crab, what is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Is it today we only had, because there are only 3 of us, so we only had 2 types, 2 styles. So we ordered the salted egg and the chili version. I know some friends really cannot stand salted egg. I'm not sure about you, but some friends really cannot stand salted egg. I don't mind it. I kind of think it's okay. I mean, occasionally it's all right, but not everything. In fact, a couple of months back, I was in Malacca visiting some friends. We went to a Chinese restaurant and it was literally a salted egg restaurant. It was quite amazing. Every dish was like, it was possible to have every dish ordered in the salted egg version. It was a bit of an overkill. I mean, it was still very good food, but it was kind of a bit of an overkill because it's like every single possible dish was salted egg, right? So this salted egg craze, I think, has kind of probably waned off a little bit, right? But you can still find it. I think there was a period of time where everything was salted egg. It's still nice. I mean, it is a interesting dish, right? So today we had quite decent fresh seafood, and hope to see my good friend again very soon. But I guess what I wanted to share today was not just about crab and salted egg and chili and all that, right? I think we're all very thankful for being able to meet up, even in spite of all these things that's going on, and then being able to gather and talk and have very fruitful discussions with friends. And why I'm saying this is because 2 days ago I talked about one of my primary end game for this live stream is to become a better speaker. And one of the things that can help a person to become a better speaker is actually making sure that you keep yourself interesting or interested in life, right? And today's lunch was a good example, right? Talking with friends and learning from them and listening to them and hearing their stories. And I learned something very new about motorcycles from my good friend, because I know he's always been a motorcycle fan, but today I learned a lot from him. In fact, I think I have always had, so he has a Harley, right? So he showed me his Harley, and of course he sold off because he left China. I was telling him that I want to learn how to ride as well, but I'm not going the Harley route. In fact, I'm quite happy with a Vespa. Because I kind of think there's a very nice Italian romantic vibe about a Vespa. So he said, yeah, Vespas are very cool as well, so he encouraged me to do it. So, but the thing now is that then got to go for lessons and get a bike license and all that, so that it can actually, in fact, he strongly encouraged it. So we were talking about bikes today. We were talking about Keanu Reeves. We're talking about all kinds of things. And you see, all these things then become fodder for when you have to do a presentation or a show, and then they become stories to be able to weave into your presentation, right? So I learned something new I learned about the different kinds of Harley bikes, right? From him, because he gave me a super fast masterclass. I wanted to use another word, but for the sake of I think it was not a good word to use, but let's call it a masterclass. If you know what I'm thinking of, the word I'm thinking of, that is not appropriate for this context, maybe you can type in the comments and let me know. So yeah, he gave me a very short masterclass on motorbikes, and lo and behold, I think today was the first time I actually properly went to a Harley website and looked at some of the bikes they have, right? I think one of the bikes that he showed me that was very nice is called the Road King. It is really quite cool, you know. Or but he did say that I should start with the 883. So again, all these are new things that I would have never have known if I have not ever had lunch with him today. So thankful for that, and thankful for the new uh, fodder, fodder for presentations on on live streams, for example. So that was another thing. And then if you watch the beginning part of this presentation, I was there's this piece of music going on, right? And you know what I do behind the scene when that is playing? I'm actually doing a bit of a jig, right? A bit of a dance. And it kind of also started me going. And I kind of realized that there are three areas that I would like to try and get lessons for. So one of them is a bike lesson. The second one is I'm actually kind of keen on finding a place to learn some. Okay, I like to move, but I cannot dance. I mean, I cannot dance like dance the kind of dance, right? So it would be interesting, right? Because you see the thing about Ecamm Live and the intro I did up, right? I can what some people do on their live streams is that they do it in such a way whereby there's a bit of a overlay, but it has a sneak peek behind the scenes. I'll do one out and show you all another time. So basically, you still have an overlay, you still have a countdown, let people know that the show is starting, and which is quite common. The show is starting in a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever, how long it is, and then, but it is kind of like a window to behind the scenes, right? And then people will then do whatever they are doing, so that the audience knows that, hey, it's gonna start. The person is there, but he's doing something, so if I do that kind of overlay and I'm doing a little dance in the background because the music is quite upbeat, better make sure I get my moves better, right? So that's one lesson I want to learn. So again, friends out there who are in KL, if you know any place that I can do a bit of learn how to dance, modern, I'm not talking about ballroom, but a bit of modern kind of hip hop dancing kind of thing, let me know where you recommend, right? That's one. The second thing I want to sign up for lessons is so motorbike dancing, right? The other thing is actually I've always wanted to take up some singing lessons. Some of my friends will know that I love going to I do enjoy going to the karaoke with friends, right? And I will try and sing a song. So the operative word here is try, right? I like to sing. I do like to sing, but anyway, people say, can you sing? I say everybody can sing. The difference is, can I sing well, right? So it will be interesting, right? I think there's another thing I want to try and learn. No, so again, all these things that I'm talking about is actually one of the advice from Jim Rohn, who has I'm starting to listen again to one of his communication or speaking trainings, right? And he says that one of the key things that you need to do if you want to be a better speaker or communicator is to remain interested in life and people, right? And I think it's great advice. So these are the three things that I will try and do for 2021, right? Because 2020 is almost finishing. So 2021, bike lessons, dancing lessons, and singing lessons. So if you have any good suggestions, let me know. I'm not sure whether a foreigner can take motorcycle lessons in another country, or I have to wait until I go back to Singapore, right? Again, it's something that can be discovered just by checking it out. So that's possible. So thank you for joining me on a Sunday. Just a quick, simple hangout. Just a simple show, and just to update everyone on I had a great lunch. I am sad to have one of my good friends going back to Singapore. We have less lunch kakis here. But well, he is about his time for him to go back, right? So let's hope that things move along a bit faster, and all these measures are properly in place. We can travel freely again between countries so that everybody has the chance to meet up with family and friends and all that, right? I think end of the day, that is probably our greatest wish um, for 2021. Okay, for 2021. So it's already the last stretch of the year. Uh, this has been an unusual year, but I like what Gary Vaynerchuk said the other day. He said that don't curse the year that helped you to wake up. Or I'm paraphrasing here. Essentially, what he's trying to say is that a lot of people have been lamenting that this has been a terrible year. But he said, don't curse the year that has helped you to wake up, right? Just now, during our earlier session, we were talking about this as well. I think 2020 is a very, very important inflection year. It's a transition, and a lot of things are going to change, right? Unfortunately, I think it would not be that soon that we can be back to the normal that we are used to. It might take a lot more time than we think it will take. So that's why a lot of businesses have transitioned online. A lot of people are starting to do what we are doing now, right here, podcasts, live streams, and so on, right? Because in fact, today I saw an ad on Facebook. I think they call themselves digital technologists. And so there's a new category of consultants or so-called experts who are trying to help people to transition from offline to online, especially like this kind of formats where talk about live streams and podcasts and all those things, and that in fact there is a demand for it, right? So those of you who have I have been helping some friends. I don't know everything. I do know some things about how to get online and how to perhaps put up a good enough show. Now, I strongly believe to get started first. It can improve over time. In fact, if you go back to day one for this show, we are on day number 40. We are on day number, 48 today, right? We're on day number 48. If you go back all the way to day one, it was quite a simple setup, but you just improve over time, right? And one thing is obviously improving the physical part of the show. Like I've done all these things here, right? But of course, the other part of it obviously is the main end game, which is to up my game in terms of public speaking, communicating, and so on, right? That is what I truly want to do. So yesterday's show, I kind of talked about the fact that after I kind of announced that end game desire, it gave me a bit of stress. I'm happy to report that today I'm not stressed anymore. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun as I aim to improve my game on doing a more interesting live stream for you. And I truly, truly appreciate all the comments, whether it's public or private or in the chat group or whatever from you. Feel free to let me know what you would like to learn about, right? If you want to know more about how to set up something like this, I'm happy to do a few more repeat episodes. Remember, we talked about a lot of people are hesitant to start a live stream because they're worried about content now. So 100 days of content is really a challenge, right? But the thing is that you can repeat your content because it's unrealistic to expect that all your listeners, all your viewers are watching from day one till now, and they watch every minute of your live stream. It's impossible, right? You know how I know this? Because right now Ecamm Live is telling me the number of viewers I have now, and then of course Facebook will tell me, and YouTube will tell me how many views of the thing is. So yes, we are not doing this. I'm not doing this for the viewership, but the viewership is kind of like a report card for myself, right? So the thing is, and because I can see the numbers, I know that people come and go, right? Some people stay and watch a bit longer. Some people watch a bit and then they leave because the number of viewers fluctuates. There's like now this number, then drop, then go up, and so you know that your audience, you're not going to be able to keep everybody watching the whole show to the entirety. Now, if I can do that, I will probably be like the Saturday Night Live kind of show, where very produced. There are multiple script writers. The host is amazing. They invite like all kinds of important guests, right? And then of course, then the viewers will be tuned in for the whole entire show. But even that kind of show, some people will watch a little bit of it and then they leave. So it is very normal to repeat content. Okay, it's very normal and very acceptable. So if you do want to know a little bit more about, because earlier on in the other hangout that I did, I shared a little bit about like video stuff and mic stuff, and that also benefited the team, right? So if you do want to know, I'm happy to repeat that again. In fact, what I can do for you is that I'm happy to get you on as a guest and kind of do a walkthrough with you. If you want to do that, if you want to do that kind of session, then just let me know. We arrange a time. I'm happy to get you on as a guest. I'm happy to have a quick walkthrough and show you what exactly you can do and what exactly you need to do with the existing gear you have, with the existing gear that you have, and get you going, right? Sometimes that might be the fastest way, right? Sometimes we are very hesitant to do something because we kind of feel that there's so many things I don't know how to do. But if this thing that I just suggested can help you, right? Like you literally hop on as a guest with whatever gear you have, and I can guide you to talk about how to frame yourself in the frame, how to position your camera, how to improve the sound there and then live, right? If that is something that can help you, let me know. I'll happy to do it for you. I'll be happy to do that as one of the episodes. That might be useful for you, correct? So happy Sunday. Have a great week ahead. We would be back tomorrow for day number 49, and we are fast approaching the halfway mark. It has honestly been quite fun, and I am actually having a lot of fun doing up all these things. More fun than you imagine, right? Even like this. Sorry, see, I have it left or right hand. Even something like this, right? This is done in Keynote, which is a PowerPoint-like presentation software, and is simple but it's important. So this is a way of branding your videos, even as a live stream, right? So that's one thing that you can do. So if you want to know how to do this, I got to give credit to a guy called Bradley Vincent. He's great. He's been teaching a lot of people how to do graphics for live streams using Keynote, and I learned this from him, right? I incorporated some of his lessons and I did it up in very quick time. So I can teach you how to do this as well if you want to do this, right? So this is a fun thing. So have a great week ahead. I'll see you next week, and I'm gonna take you out with some music.